What's up, everybody? MrGuideKing here, bringing you part 8 of FF13-2, 100% guide to completion. In our previous episode, we beat Paradox Alpha, which is Atlas's hand, in a little mini boss fight. And after that, we were in prison. So now we're on our way to get detained, I guess. And that's never good. Sarah and Noel now have a rap sheet. But this part's pretty easy. All you gotta do is talk to the guard, and it's gonna initiate a cutscene. But I'm gonna go ahead and explore over here a little bit and tell you about this area here. This is called the Southwest Tunnels, behind this locked area, and you're gonna need a key that opens this gate right here, and you get this from a side quest that we can do later. So that's the Southwest Tunnels, and we're gonna be doing that side quest later to get the key to open it up, and it's pretty easy. So let's go ahead and start the side quest, or the cutscene right now. And you got to talk to him. And this is a live trigger, and we're going to go with what's the academy is the correct answer. So pretty easy on this one. And he'll tell you a little bit about the academy. Sweet. So let's talk to him again. This is going to give us an establishment of what year we're in. It turns out we're in 5 AF, so 2 years in the future from New Bodom, and that's the Brush of Ruins 5 AF, so she kind of just remembers that, and I'm going to choose, is this the future? So that's the next right answer in our live trigger error.
I'd say 2 years have passed since what was scheduled for next year has already been...
Beat boop, beat boop, beat boop. Yep, built last year. Okay, so this young lady is one of the main characters. You see her a lot in the future. And it happens to be, her name is Alyssa, so let me spoil that for you. Ha ha ha.
Alyssa Seidel, I'm an academy intern. I heard.
Alright, and she's gonna chat it up with that guard right there to get us out of jail.
Observers?
Yes, they're invited guests of the academy. I was showing them around and forgot to give them their communicators.
Back up a second. These guys, these
Yay, get us out of jail. VIP, son. Very important people. Let's get this moving. Alright, so now you gotta go and talk to him again.
I hope.
And then he's going to let you out of jail. So, yay, we're free now. Next part is we gotta follow Alyssa to the entrance of the mines. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
Strange world.
As soon as it starts
Stranger
loading.
Events, unfamiliar faces, an uncertain future. They speak of anomalies, of a strange energy that warps time itself. Things that shouldn't exist here are appearing near the gates. Things that shouldn't happen are happening.
This is going to give you information on what happens when Sarah and Noel change the future, and these odd things that shouldn't be in these timelines happen. They're called paradoxes, and it's one of the main driving forces of the story mode, so they're pretty important. And those are all the distortions and the odd events that keep occurring around Sarah and Noel. So that's pretty cool that we learn what they are. They're called paradoxes, and it's the weird little things that happen around these two.
Thank you for your help. I was just wondering, have we met before?
Oh, no. Sorry about all that observer nonsense back there. Lucky for us, that soldier was so quick.
Another live trigger moment's coming up. I'm gonna choose won't you get in trouble. So there we go.
Are you sure it's okay?
Oh, don't stress about it. Guys. Right this way, please.
Alright, so now you gotta follow Alyssa.
I'm researching Atlas's power source.
And I'm going to kind of deviate from where you're supposed to go right now. What I'm going to do is explore this area up here for a very important reason. As you see that lady in the corner, that is our shop. This is where you get all your important items and equipment. So that's called chocolina. And she's a crazy little girl. She's a time traveler as well, but she's your merchant basically. She can get you your accessories, items, weapons, monster materials, and your special ingredients like Gesell greens. So this is her shop, and it's basically giving you a tutorial. So right now I'm going to buy just some wound potions for later. And weapons right now, you got the Meteor Blaze and the Howling Soul available first, but we'll get those after we do a couple side quests and before we fight Atlas. So right now we're okay with what we have. So I'm just gonna buy a couple wound potions and we'll get moving on here. I'm also going to do some quick exploring. Trying to do as much as I can in the areas we have, and the reason being is it helps later on in the game. So after I talk to Alyssa, she's going to give us our communicators, and then we're going to do some quick exploring in this area. And it's pretty easy. Just going to walk around, and I'm going to give you guys a couple treasure locations as well. After we get done talking to the blonde-haired bombshell that is Alyssa.
I saw how you got here through that thing.
What, you mean through the gate?
Yes, it is a kind of gate. It links to another world, doesn't it?
Yes, it is a kind of gate, but not to another world, another timeline.
Things are for.
So basically, helping us out was almost like part of your research. But you still have questions.
I do have questions, yes. About the gate and about the paradox.
Yeah. But with Atlas throwing his weight around, the ruins will be closed off and there goes the chance to get your answers.
No. Po-po-po.
Oh, thanks a lot, Noel. You just signed us up for more work. Great, thanks. Now we got to defeat that giant monster.
I'll take care of that giant for you.
You will? Great!
Alright, and that just gave us more information. We can actually change our leaders now. So I'm going to switch to Noel and go ahead and change to Noel because he has more health and it's a little bit easier. And I'm just going to go over our fragments. We got Heart's Prism from New Bodom 3AF. And it tells you a little bit about what's going on. And then we got the Gog Magog fragment beta. And it gives you a little bit more information about that little rift beast right there. So we're going to get moving on here. Nothing new. Just going to get rid of these, try to get rid of these little exclamation points, but I'm going to do some exploring. So I decided we met chocolina up there, and I'm going to head over here towards the middle of the map and just cover as much ground as I possibly can, trying to get close to the hand. We'll be able to get that later on. And going up these little stairs here, that way we don't have to do it later, so it's a little bit easier. And then here's a nice little treasure location up here. If you double back from where you previously entered and then you go up these stairs to the right, there is a nice treasure sphere, and it's going to contain a gate seal, and gate seals allow you to close the gate and reverse the flow of time and basically start the map over again. And we're going to get the leaving gate seal, and when you acquire these gate seals, you're able to close the gate and then reverse the time so you can battle bosses over again. You can battle different enemies at different locations depending on how you do it. And then right there we got 400 gil, so two really important treasure spheres right there. One gives us money, the other one gives us a gate seal and our first gate seal, so that's always good. And then we have a very important part coming up. We get our first monsters, and they are in the form of crystals, and it's a Zorg robot and a cat Sith. And before we enter this battle, I want to explain what monsters are. They're basically another party ally, and they range from sentinels, medics, scavengers, saboteurs, synergists, and commandos, and ravengers. So it's basically another party member, and they assist you in battle by building up the chain gauge, attacking opponents, healing you, providing buffs and debuffs. So it's really important that you have a strong monster system going. These basically are beginner monsters right here. They can kind of progress relatively quickly, but they do have cap limits. The Zorg Scandroid caps off at about 40, and then the Cat Sith, it has a higher level, but I believe it caps at about 50. So you'll encounter stronger monsters that you're able to tame later on in the game, and if you can, go ahead and invest in bringing that monster's abilities up and really training that monster to become a powerful ally, because they do help later on with the tougher bosses, and with the final boss especially. It's important to have a tough monster and a strong one, and you do this by getting monster materials and monster components. And you're going to see in the spoilers we get a potent droplet, and that's how you level up certain types of monsters. It's biological and mechanical monsters, and they vary based on the grade, grades 1 through 5. So just this a brief intro into the world of monsters. We'll get down to monster strategy and monster leveling later on when we incur some more powerful monsters. But for the meantime, use your potent droplets, level up your monsters you can in the Crystarium, like you normally would. And if you do want to buy monster materials, you can always go to chocolina and she'll help you buy the monster materials. So that's always a good thing too.
Okay. This power, can you show me how it works? I want to learn how to protect myself. Might as well start now.
And this is just going to give you a brief intro on how to use the monster crystals. It's going to tell you how to include one in your party pack, and then how to change your overall roles and your different paragons as you use them. Also, monsters include a special ability when their feral link gauge goes to its maximum. You can hit the X button, or for PlayStation users, the square button, and you're going to be issued a series of commands just like a cinematic action, and you'll be able to do a kind of super move for the monsters. This ranges from total party healing and status enhancement to overall damage and chain boosting abilities. So they're both really helpful to have, and you just gotta look where it says synchronize. You can use their feral link gauge and their feral link ability. So that was just a basic intro of what monsters do for you. You can see the cat teeth help me heal whenever I took damage, so that's always helpful to have a medic on roll. But that's it for part 8. See you guys in part 9.